Okay, another day working on the Studebaker truck. Right now we're working on the transmission crossmember. These are the little brackets on the side of the that go on the tubular Chevy transmission. Right now we're welding these things, welding nuts in, because those are going to go inside the frame. I'll show you on this side what we've done. So those pieces are going to go onto there, and basically the angle piece is going to be here. We're going to have to drill 2 holes there and there. Then we cut there was a big hole here. We just made it just slightly bigger, so we can get that plate in there in your fingers, and then we'll just bolt it up there. And there's your cross member. Just a universal cross member. And then the last video we showed you, we welded that plate on just to extend it a little bit. But then we got a brand new Chevy or transmission cross member under there. So that's what we're doing here. Those are going to go inside the frame, so it's going to look like that, sandwich it, and Derek's just welding nuts on.
Ready?
Yep. Looks done.
Yep. You're not gonna know.
Nope. Now the next thing is we have to drill holes in the frame. We got those marked up. We just got to get under there with a drill and drill that. Hard to drill upside down.
Oh yeah. Well, that's pretty damn close to what I did. got one of your plates there?
Yep.
Okay.
Plate. Nut.
Oh, you got both of them? Okay.
Yep, got both of them. Now, I guess we can probably pull it out with a magnet if we have to.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Okay, yeah.
I just dropped it.
As long as it's the right way.
Yeah. I believe I got one started. Yeah, I got both of them started on this side.
Okay, so we've got, it's the next day. We've got the trans cross member all bolted. It's not tight or anything. And we just gotta, and these aren't welded yet. That's why it's slightly on an angle, but we're just gonna, we have to basically center the transmission a bit. It has to go over that way half an inch or so, and then we'll tack weld these on both sides, take it out, weld it. But right now we've switched and working on clutch and brakes on this. So these pedals originally came from one of our Kevin's Parts 52 Fords. So we stole the brake and clutch pedal out of it. We modified the end of them to take a clevis. I'll basically go in there. Same with, that's the clutch. Same thing there. So then we got this little piece is gonna get welded on top of the frame rail, and that's the shaft that's gonna pivot both of them. Then we'll have to put just to figure out the spacing a little bit, and then once that's mounted, we can figure out where the master cylinder and the clutch master cylinder is going to go in the truck. That's our project for today. Okay, so we got our first little hurdle of this. That's the cab mount, and we've already chewed it out because the clutch is going to go, pedal is going to go right here off of that shaft, and we've already chewed out a lot of this mount, and it's still not enough. So
Crappy.
yeah, and there goes the clutch pedal, and it's, yeah, we found out it's rusted quite bad inside, and it's very shitty to weld. So we're gonna basically get rid of this, make our own mount on this side, put it on a slight angle so it's away from this shaft, bring it forward a little bit out of some rectangular steel, and get away with that, get rid of this mount on this side. The other one's fine, it's not in the way of anything, but this is, it's just in the way of the clutch. So one small hurdle for mankind. Okay, we're just gonna, Derek's gonna cut it out with the plasma torch. His little new toy. Probably a bunch of sand and dirt in there too.
Yeah.
That's gonna take a while. Yep, I've got a hammer. I think the top is gone. I think the top is gone, just
Just in the bottom.
the bottom. And there'll be a bunch of mess we have to grind because you don't want to cut too close. You don't want to cut into the frame. There goes the tack on the,
Yeah.
the brake.
Oh, wow. I think so. I don't know. There we go.
Alright. Now it's just a matter of cleaning that crap. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, so.
Yeah.
Hard to see, but there's just welding in the new cab.
Oh.
We just made it out of square. I think it's square tubing. It might be 3 inch by 3 inch, 3 inch by 2.5, something like that. Cut a couple angles on it and drill the hole. Ouch. It sparked. See, it's just sitting on an angle. That gives us plenty of room right there for the pivot now. So we won't have to worry about that. And, it's a big haze in here. Okay, so we got the pedals. They're not totally welded in there. Our pivot point is just tacked in there. Well, that's the clutch. Punched a hole in there. We're gonna have plenty of room for a clutch master cylinder down there. That's the brake. We can move the brake in and out depending on steering column placement and gas pedal, but that works. That'll work perfectly. We just have to finish welding that to the frame and beefing that up. And then we've started making a bracket for the master cylinder. Basically just cut it out with a plasma cutter, drill a couple bolt holes, and it's going to be mounted on the frame. Frame's going to be here. We're going to make a couple gussets coming out here on the top and bottoms. Get you, and so you can get your ratchet in there, so you can pull this off. Then that's going to be, this bracket's going to be welded to the frame, and then you can pop this off whenever you want it, and it'll be a good placement underneath the floor. Like, and I can cut a hole in the floor for access to fill it up and everything. So that won't be an issue. So it looks like it's going to fit pretty good. The clutch master cylinder will just be basically the same distance, but on the other side of the frame, on the outside of the frame rail, and it seems going to work fine. So we'll just got to cut a few, well, test fit this against the frame right now, and then cut a few angle pieces to weld on the top of here to brace this a bit, and then weld it to the frame. But that's gonna work out. That's 1/4 inch plate. It's definitely going to be strong enough. And with 2 triangle gussets on there, it won't move. Okay, Derek's just doing some final welding on our little bracket there. It might look like a medieval weapon, but once it's mounted to the master cylinder, I'll show you how it fits on the frame too. But it's made out of 1/4 inch plate. Just made a bunch of little gussets and made it so that'll get welded to the frame. So then you can remove the master cylinder. That's the master cylinder with a clevis pin on there. We test fitted it. The brakes seem to get all the travel it needs. Once Derek's finished welding that up, we'll clean it up a bit and then tack it to the frame and do another test fit before the final welding to the frame. And we basically just cut all that out with the this 1/4 inch plate with the plasma cutter.
I do like that plasma cutter.
And we wanted to make a little gussets like that and like that, just so it doesn't flex. There's going to be lots of pressure on that. Too much for my eyes. And it's going to sit right there. Show you where the pedals are located inside the cab. That's going to be the clutch. The brake pedal probably going to be there. It can be moved over slightly, I think, but and we have plenty of room there for the steering column. Gas pedal will be a little tightish. Might be just a spoon, small spoon. Okay, so we got the, might be hard to see, I'm lying on my back. Got the master cylinder just tacked in 2 places, our little makeshift bracket. We got the clevis pin in, so the pedal is attached. As you can see, it makes it easy. You can get at this bolt, you can get at that bolt, pop this out, and your master cylinder comes out the back, no problem. No problem with the lines out here. This is going to be cut off. I don't know if you can grab the shaft.
Yeah, we'll leave about 1/4 inch.
Yeah,
and I'll put a cap over it.
With everything here, I'll grab the camera and I'll show you this side. Here, pass me the light. Get better lighting here. There. Now you can see the full effect of it. And you can even see one of the original holes in the floor. It's pretty good. I'll just have to obviously make it bigger. And then I'll make one for the clutch. And the clutch is going to go right here.
On the other side of the frame.
See my pointing finger on the other side of the frame. Yeah, but it's a time-consuming project. I've been under here about a dozen times test fitting this, but it looks like it's going to work. That rod is pretty straight. I've got plenty of adjustment in it. So I like it. And I think we have enough bracing in here, because we're going to basically weld it here, weld it on the other side, and the same on the other side. So that should stiffen that up pretty good, so it won't flex. At least that's what we're hoping for. So, and then yeah, clutch.
We don't have a car hoist.
Yeah, and we don't have a car hoist. We're working off our backs right now, but after that's welded in, then I'm going to start working on the clutch bracket. Make something similar. It'll be a little bit easier than that because the other side of the frame is flat. This side has this little jutting out. That's where the original this piece here. That's where I think the original tranny crossmember was attached to that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but the other side of the frame is flat, so we won't have to make a little. It'll just be a flat plate, pretty much, with a few gussets and bolt the clutch cylinder up. So now I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, I'll pass you the camera. Actually, I'll unbolt it.
That's how Chris gets out.
Okay, here's our little clutch master cylinder. We made up a little bracket. We just tacked weld. Derek has to finish welding it there, and then it'll get unbolted and welded in the. But we have turnbuckle, plenty of moving in there. In that, the hose can the hydraulic hose got plenty of room. Got plenty of room to get the nuts and bolts out, and that's plenty strong enough for this hydraulic clutch. So. And then this will just get welded to the frame, He's just going to do the final welding up top here. Yeah, because you can weld that, weld here. Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll smooth that a little bit with sharp edges, and
What do you want now?
yeah, we'll just smooth some of the sharp edges off.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
and then then we'll test fit it for the, I don't know, 6th time or something, and then weld that in. Okay, we just Derek welded up the clutch master cylinder bracket. And we put everything in there. We got the brake master cylinder and the clutch master cylinder. We still have to shorten this shaft and make a. Come on, light. There we go. And he's got to make a spacer right there, but that works without no binding. Clutch works with no binding, works perfectly, and you can get it. We made it so you can pull this shaft out. And pull the pedals out, so you can, if the shaft ever wears out, which doubtful. We made it all so you can unbolt everything. You can take the clutch master cylinder and the brake master cylinder off, and it's easy. It's not, you don't have to curse and swear to get things off on this thing. So that's the way we want to build things, make it easy to service it.
Yeah. Even
though we probably won't be servicing it, but yeah, everything went together great. We still have to do a little bit more welding on the brackets, but we have to lift the cab off. We'll lift the cab off a bit, we have to do some rust repair on the floor anyway. So once we jack it up, and then we're gonna paint the floor anyway. So once we do get in that position, we'll just finish off the welding. But yeah, that's excellent. The next portion is the clutch slave cylinder. That might actually, now that I think of it, that might have to wait until we actually get a clutch disc and the transmission all working, so we know exactly where the fork, like where the release bearing is.
We've only got so much room to play with.
But it's very easy. It's a pull type. So I'm just going to attach a bracket either to the rear tranny cross member with a threaded rod to the pull type cylinder, and it'll just pull the clutch fork back. So that's easy. That's not requiring rocket science. But yeah, like I find this easier to do underneath the floor than having a hanging pedal, because having a hanging pedal, that means you have to have a master cylinder here, or you have to have those newfangled angle things and put it under the dash. Then you have to brace up the dash, because I find this easier. Especially on this truck, it went together fairly easy. The only hiccup we had was that cab mount. We had to cut out and make a new one, but that's life. But everything, yeah, just it took a while to just fitting pieces, cutting pieces, making that bracket for the master cylinder and fitting it and climbing underneath. But you do a little bit here and there, like first we got the brake pedals in position where we wanted to, cut the holes for the clutch pedal, got the pivot where we wanted to, and then the master cylinder basically went where the master cylinder had to go. And yeah, we built around that. So yeah, it's coming together. Pretty soon we'll have a whole brake system working once we plumb it. So I think that's probably where we're going to leave this one.
I think so.
So yeah, again, please comment, subscribe. Obviously, tell people, tell your husbands, wives, and kids to subscribe. It doesn't hurt. It's free always. Yeah, and the next time we'll be probably working on, I don't know what we're rust repair probably. Yeah, we got cab corners to make. We're gonna actually make cab corners, or attempt to make cab corners. So yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, comment and all that jazz. And we'll see you on the next one.